Rabbit trails. Hello, and welcome back to Rabbit Trails, episode 4. We know it's been a long time, but I was sick, and then Josh didn't feel good, and so here we are.
He made me sick. Whatever he had, he infected onto me.
It's actually not contagious. I've had it for a while, and it only comes every now and then.
He has a
few
parasite.
Months. I don't have a parasite. Doctors confirmed.
When he eats something, as soon as it hits his stomach, the parasite's like, "Let's rage!"
It's not
and
true.
then he just gets sick and he can't do anything, and he's
literally,
out.
Last time it happened was 3 months before this last one, so
It's
that's not true. I did not eat for 3 months.
He basically didn't eat for 3
Doctors
months.
approved it is not a parasite, so everything that everyone tells you. Everyone likes to say it was a parasite because that was originally my joke that I would say. I named him Paolo.
It's not a joke, it's real. You have a parasite.
It's not. It's not real. I would be losing a ton of weight.
But then
I've been this weight my whole life.
He used to be fat.
Shut up.
He used to be so fat.
Okay. Anyways.
But yeah, we got sick, and originally, the third episode was the last episode.
No, it wasn't.
3-hit wonder, that was us.
No.
And then Gage convinced me to do another one, and here we are. I guess we're gonna keep doing it. So
yeah. So today's topic
needs to be talked about.
Starting point.
It needs to be talked about because
Josh likes to say this is an intervention.
Because it is, because Gage has really bad road rage.
Okay, let me preface this. Okay, when someone says really bad road rage, you instantly think, oh my gosh, he gets out of the car and is cussing at people and getting out of the car and trying to beat them up or something. I don't do that. See, I'm a 1-wing 9 on the Enneagram. I talk about this all the time. Mm-hmm. It's super interesting, okay? I'm not afraid to say it. But 9 is passive aggressive. Because we don't like conflict, funny enough. But, so, my road rage is literally just me in the car, and I say passive aggressive comments. I only get yelling, I only yell when it's someone does something really stupid.
When there's a car and he gets
when it's
in your way.
Really stupid, I get really mad. But if it's just regular stuff, someone doesn't use a blinker, or someone pulls out in front of me and cuts me off, or someone pulls out on the loop while I'm going 60 and they see me and pull out anyways, going 20 miles an hour, when the left lane is completely empty, they could have pulled into that one, wouldn't suggest it. Anyways, they pull out in front of me, I'd go, oh, that's weird. You saw me pulling up here, and you pulled out anyways. Mm-hmm. What the heck is that about? Mm-hmm. Okay, so my road rage...
So you'd say your road rage is just very mild compared to other people.
Compared to getting out with a baseball bat in your trunk and beating the crap out of people and hitting their car, I would say
that would have been
very mild.
That would have been you the night at Walmart, except you'd have been the one getting the crap beat out of. Okay, listen to this.
Okay, I didn't ask you for any help.
Listen to this. I know, but I'm your best friend, and
you
I'm
say
not
that
gonna
every time.
I'm not gonna
so
let some
don't whine
honky.
About it.
I'm not gonna let some honky wail on me.
If it's your choice, then you can't whine about it.
Listen to this. So, we're leaving Walmart, and it's nighttime, and
we're in the Nighthawk.
We're in
my car,
which is what he calls his car. It's a 04 black Camry, 03 black Camry.
It's 03.
Because I think my mom's is an 04.
Toyota Camry. They look very similar. Anyways, regardless, it's the Nighthawk.
So we're leaving, and Gage follows every single rule ever known to man. Gage has never broken a law at all.
I stole when I was a kid.
Really?
I'll tell that story. Do you want to tell it now or after?
After, because I'll forget. No, you know what? Go ahead. I'm curious as to you actually doing something
I was really young. I was probably 4 or 5, maybe 6. My dad could probably confirm my age because he's the one that disciplined me for it. But I remember it vividly. We were in some sort of bookstore. It was in Kansas. And I saw this spinny rack full of bookmarks. And they were 3D reflective. But they had a string. They had a hole and then a string and then a little trinket on the end of from what they were movies and stuff. Mm. So I saw one, huge fan of Lord of the Rings. It was a Lord of the Rings one, and it had a stupid plastic one ring. Like
Okay.
I had the ring to rule them all.
Yeah.
So
to rule them all.
I really wanted the bookmark, and
Right.
I asked my dad for it, and he said no.
Okay.
Obviously, it was a stupid little bookmark. I didn't even read books.
Right, but you're a kid and you want
I
it.
read books now. I did not read books, but I wanted that ring.
Yeah,
That's
you
all I
wanted-
wanted out
yeah.
of it. I was gonna tear it off and not use the bookmark.
Right.
Probably my dad knew that. Anyways, he's like, no, put that back, and he was talking to someone at the register. So I go back, and it was in this little caddy. That's not what caddy corner does. It was in the corner
Okay.
of this spinny thing.
Okay.
So I went around the back side of
Was
it
it like a
and acted
lazy
like I was
Susan?
putting it back. What is that?
It's like those things that spin around.
Yeah, it was a spinny rack. That's what it was.
I think that's called a lazy
Is it?
Susan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Susan is quite lazy.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah. I might be wrong on that, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I heard that in an episode of Family Guy.
Okay. Well, so I go around the back side of it
Okay.
into the corner where nobody can see me because I'm short and it was like a little tiny wall that you could see over, but I was short enough to be behind it. So I
Right.
went behind it, acted like I was putting it back, but I ripped the ring off of the bookmark
Oh my.
and I put it in my
gosh.
pocket. And then we left, and I was in the car and I was a crafty kid. I was like, I wasn't always a crafty kid.
Oh my gosh.
But we were in the back. I was in the back seat, and my dad was in the front seat, obviously driving. And it was just me and him. And I was like, I gotta get rid of this evidence in my pocket. I gotta stash it somewhere and come get it back later.
Yeah.
So I look in the seat of the car, and I see a envelope. And so I just take the ring out of my pocket and I put it in this envelope and I set it back down.
Right.
And then probably 3 seconds after I put it back down, my dad goes, "Hey Gage, can you hand me that envelope back there?"
Oh man.
And he's just driving, so he just sticks his hand back, and I'm like, yeah. And I don't know why I didn't even try to take it out.
Yeah,
from
I
what
was
can
about to
remember,
say, you
but I
could've
just
just
gave it
taken
to
that
him,
out.
and he found it, and boy was he livid. I wonder if this is all just a dream, because it's very like foggy, and if my dad's like, that never happened, that would be really funny. But I remember this
I was
story
about to
as a
ask if
kid.
like
I remember this.
I was
like,
kind of hoping
vividly.
this would end
And,
like
and why I remember it is
because
because
he tore you up when you got home.
no, he made me go all the way back to the bookstore and apologize
Yeah.
for stealing.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
props to my dad. Whether it
Yeah.
was Dream World Dad or Real World Dad, I believe he would do that Real World, so I think it was real. But I was bawling my eyes out
Yep.
at this register lady. She
And
was
then
so
he-
sweet. She was like, "It's okay, honey." My dad was like, "No, it's not okay.
No, my son's
He
a dirty
stole.
thief.
My son is a thief.
My son's a
I am
dirty thief."
So I can't wait to get home and just spank the crap out of this kid.
And he did, didn't he?
I bet he did. I can't remember anything
He
after
wailed
bawling my eyes
He
out.
spanked you so hard you thought it was a dream.
He spanked me out of reality. My dad did not abuse me. He did really right by me.
You have to be very specific.
Well
on that
done,
now.
well done, my dad. Yeah, I know. I feel like I have to, but I shouldn't.
What
have
if like we didn't add that he didn't actually do that, and they
people
were
like called
yeah, people were like, your dad abused you.
and like they take me to court and I don't even want to be there. Like my lawyer's like, "I'll fight for you." I'm like, "I don't care. I thought it was fine." Like, and he's like, "No, you don't understand. You've been wronged, and I need to take this to justice.
You're in
I
the-
feel this in my heart."
You're in the courtroom. You're in
like
the. You're like, I was just kidding, and they were like, no, you weren't. And you're like, what? I was. They convince you that you weren't kidding.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
They pull up.
I don't remember anything.
They pull up the podcast. Like, does that sound like joking to you?
They're like pause it mid laugh right after. They're like, "Does that sound like you're joking?"
I'm like,
I'm
well, play the
laughing.
rest of it. They're like, we don't have
No.
that. Wasn't in
No.
there. You could clearly.
Don't have the file.
They did it, but they edited it out, and you could clearly tell. They add like a voice that isn't yours at all. They're like, "My dad beat me. Please help."
It's totally not me.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was that story.
Oh yeah, your road rage.
Continue on to the.
So we're in Walmart. We're leaving. So Gage follows the rules even in the parking lot. So like, you know how most people will like cut across the.
Shame.
No, okay, granted, that is pretty illegal, and you'll get pulled over. for that.
It's just illegal.
Yeah, at nighttime everyone does it though. Even
It's wrong.
anyway.
And it's dangerous.
Anyway, so like Gage will like do the turns and follow the arrows and stuff, which is fine. There was a truck, a ginormous, jacked up Dodge,
idiot truck.
and we live in Texas, and so you know what I'm talking about. And granted, this dude is only in half of the parking space, so like he's sticking out very far.
In the aisle.
Yeah, in the aisle.
Where I'm supposed to be able to drive.
That's right.
To
yeah.
get to anywhere, even a parking space. I was leaving, but you could not get past this guy. No way.
So instead of going around, Gage just parks right behind him.
No, I park in the road right in front of this dude. and I say, I'm going to wait till he moves.
Yep. And that wasn't exactly the best thing to do, but Gage being a 1, he's just going to sit there, and then two scenarios. All right, either I'm going to be Gage's best friend, and I'm going to have to stop this what would you what would you call this type of person with this kind of truck?
I would say caveman, but I feel like that's really good. This man who drives badly. This bad driver.
So this kind of person that drives this truck, you would expect to be maybe 6 foot tall,
either
a little over 200 pounds.
Either that, or it's like some dumb little high school kid who thinks he's all that. And
that would have been way funnier.
That would have been hilarious.
But my brain went to like a big, home-bodied, corn-fed fellow.
That's what you'd expect.
With like dirty boots.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, half his tongue hanging out. So either I would have to stop this fellow from beating up my best friend of 13 years, or I could just watch as Gage gets whooped, and then on the ride home, Gage. Now I'll give it to him. You could beat up Gage within an inch of his life, and then like later on,
I would not.
He wouldn't regret it at all, and he'd be like, I was right. You couldn't hear him because his mouth is like swollen, but yeah, Gage is very stubborn in that. So Gage could be in the right, but if it's not like even a place where you should be vocal about these kinds of things, or park behind someone that can beat you over the head with a bat.
Okay, you don't even know what this guy... You're just imagining that it's that.
I'm just saying...
We don't know who is in there.
You say you're a 1, right, who doesn't like conflict, correct?
No, a 9 doesn't like conflict.
A 9.
But
One-wing
1
9.
follows the rules, which is such a funny dynamic.
Yeah, so 1-wing 9. So... You follow the rules,
so
but
I follow the rules. I love the rules. I want everyone to follow the rules.
Okay.
But if someone breaks the rule, I run away from conflict, and I am passive.
I see.
Aggressive.
So now I know how this would go. He would have gotten out of the car, be like, "Hey!" And then you'd be like, huh? And then you just drive around.
Sorry,
him.
I dropped something in my seat. I was just trying to find it. I don't know if you saw me turn on the light overhead. I was trying to find something in my seat.
You'd be like, you drive like a freaking idiot! He gets out of the car with like a tire iron. It's like, hey, boy! And then you're like, all right, puts it in drive, goes around, and just speeds off.
Sorry, sir. That was...
He has very bad... Gage is the nicest human being on planet Earth. He'll do anything for you. He'll help you out with anything. Gage would give you most of the money in his bank account if he could, if it would help him out.
Shoot so much higher than reality.
But when it comes to driving, it's like he's not a Christian anymore.
That's not true. Don't say that.
It's so bad.
Okay. Jesus pointed out sin. I'm pointing out sin. You break the law, that's a sin. Okay? I'm not saying I'm sinless.
Yeah.
But I would like everyone to be safe drivers. And if you have a license and you're driving like a jack wagon, you should not have a wagon to jack around in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all the classic cliches. Where'd you get your license? Out of a cereal box? Learn how to drive. Stuff like that. I say that, you know? It's just, you know? And this whole week we've been planning to do this topic, and I swear, I told Josh earlier, the drivers have been noticeably worse than usual. Like, seriously getting on my nerves this week. Like, we went to Walmart earlier, and Josh literally, like, there were like 3 people that just ran a stop sign in the one parking lot, in the Walmart parking lot. Like the story we just talked about took place. 3 people ran a stop sign, different stop signs. But how does that happen? So much crime focused on one area. I keep telling Josh how much fun it would be if I was a cop. I would pull people over for the dumbest things ever, dude. I'd pull them over. Didn't use your blinker? That's a ticket. Speeding, 1 over. That's a ticket. So I've had my days. My stepmom, if she listens to this, she's going to be like, oh, well, what about that one time that you used to speed down 271? I know, okay? Everyone does it. I jumped on the bandwagon. I would go 80 down 271.
Whoa, that's against the law,
everyone
dude.
did it. I know.
Seriously?
It's not an excuse. Not an excuse. It was a wrong choice.
You call yourself a 1.
My stepmom caught me, and I never did it again, and I have never done it again. I cruise control through suburban neighborhoods now at 30. And that's how I keep my oneness on lock. Boy, that was like, I was like 16 or 17.
So scared to lose that one.
So long ago.
Yeah, the point of this whole episode is for Gage to justify he doesn't have road rage, so...
No, it's not. I admit I have road rage. I just think it's a lot more chill than a lot of other people's. And I think that
Gage has
it's not bad to have standards for everyone to uphold the law and have good driving, because especially one day when I have a wife and she's going out on a drive, or I have a kid and they're learning how to drive, and somebody wrecks into my kid or my wife, I'm not going to be happy about it. I'm not just going to sit there and be like, well, you're probably a good driver. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say, you're the worst driver in the whole planet, and you should have your license revoked for this. Thank you. I don't care if you've only had one wreck in your whole life.
You don't mind that they just hit your kid.
Okay, well, I don't have a kid or a wife
It's
yet.
just like, dude, seriously? Your license should be revoked. Oh my god, someone call an ambulance!
You're the worst driver.
What would
Someone just laying on the ground dying. And I'm like, you! Pull them out of their car. You're the worst driver I've ever seen.
And what do you do? Like, they hit your kid. Your kid is not gonna make it. And they're like, oh, I'm real sorry, sir. I was going the speed limit. And you're like, oh, you were going.
Let me guess. You were going the speed limit as you ran through a stop sign.
And he's like,
Guaranteed.
I didn't see it. And you're like, oh, well, that happens to everyone.
Let me see if I can fix your eyes. And then I'd punch him in both eyes like this. That.
You're gonna hit him like that?
Yeah.
Gage
Double fist punch.
Okay.
Yeah, it would work.
Yeah, I want to see.
They wouldn't even fight back because they deserve it.
Well, yeah, for sure.
That'd be so funny.
I mean, a double.
They like, my kid calls me, I just got in a wreck. And I'm like, I'm on the way. Get there, GPS tracking, easy. And then I get out of the car, like, my kid's like, and I just like shove him out of the way, go straight to the driver. You! I want to talk to you. Double fist punch.
Dude, double fist punch is the move.
I want to talk to you.
Double fist punch is the move.
Dude, the move.
They need to start adding that.
WWE. Hit me up, dude. I got some great moves.
I want to see double fist punching in like the UFC and in like boxing. And I want it to be knockout moves.
Unexpected.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Nobody would expect such a wimpy move,
if
and it
like
would just kill if you had muscle behind it.
If all games had like a cheat code for double fist punching, that would be like a TKO.
Insta-kill.
That would be a definite
insta-kill.
That's gonna be the hashtag of the century. Double fist punch.
Double fist.
Insta-kill.
Insta-kill.
Yeah, no, I feel like you should see like a therapist though, or talk to like Phil about your road rage.
Everyone listening knows that I don't have a huge problem at all. I don't even have a problem.
If you didn't have a problem, we wouldn't be doing this episode.
No, we're doing this episode because I think it's funny that you care so much about it.
I'm just
when you have just as much.
Gage
of a
has a
problem
Y
as
vein.
me.
Gage has a Y vein on his forehead that does not pop like it does when he's dry. You could kick a football through this Y vein because it looks like a field goal.
It comes out when I'm laughing and when I'm angry.
But when he's angry, it's like purple.
Boy, does it perk up.
And like his whole face turns red. And then like
I don't get angry.
Gage does this really funny thing where like as soon as he gets mad, he'll instantly start using the Bible to justify why they're wrong.
That's not even true.
Yeah.
Rarely do I get angry. How many times have you seen me angry?
Anytime I'm in the car with you.
Oh, give me a break.
What kind of break? You want a break?
Yeah, I'll take a 10-minute.
Alright.
Pause the podcast.
What did you do? I left, came back.
Okay,
so our lease
how was
is
your
broken.
break?
I broke our lease. So we're gonna have a break. I'm gonna go stay at my parents.
Speaking of break, no, I'm not gonna talk about Friends right now. We can talk about that some other episode.
Like the
We were on one.
Oh. Oh yeah. For Ross and Rachel.
Yeah.
We were on a break. Which they were, dude.
Fine by me.
That was great.
They were still on a break.
I was so upset that I wasn't upset. I don't know why I said I was upset, but like throughout the show, Chandler is like the sarcastic one, and then him and Monica
He is upset about this.
get together, and then Ross transitions into like
funniest guy on the show.
So super funny. Oh my goodness, he was so funny.
Dude, I mean, I loved him like the beginning, but dude, at like the last like 3 or 4 seasons, dude, star of the show.
Yeah.
Star.
Dude.
Star.
Big star.
Dude, big fat star.
Big shiny golden star on the sky.
Dude, not even the round ones, the ones that are shaped with like the points.
Yeah.
That kind of star.
I'm just still really
star.
The whole thing with Joey and Rachel.
Give me a break.
Did not sit well with me.
That was disgusting.
That was like watching like if I had a sister and like him and her and my brother kissed, I would not like that.
What?
That's how it felt.
Your sister and your brother.
That's how it felt.
Disgusting.
That's how uncomfortable it was to watch.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It was horrible.
For that example.
No one saw that and was like, yeah, they would make a good couple. And if you did,
anyone who did,
if you did,
nature.
Yeah, you shouldn't watch
Freak
the show.
of nature.
Shouldn't watch that.
No, you should not watch it.
You should just stop watching it.
You should just stop.
Stop watching it.
Stop watching it. Stop listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
We don't want you here.
Just unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe.
Just
we
kidding.
lose all of them.
Wow, I didn't think a lot of people like Joey and Rachel. Oh my gosh.
This is horrible. This is so bad for us.
But you should stop like Gage with his road rage. He should stop.
I think it's totally...
I feel like you should stop.
All right. I'm not having any bitterness.
You need to seek help.
I'm not having any bitterness.
You need...
Maybe in the moment, but I ask for forgiveness.
You need to seek help.
I...
The first step of fixing a problem is admitting you have one.
I said I've had road rage. I've said it 1 billion times this whole podcast. You could listen to it, and I've said it about 2 times.
But now you have to get the help to stop.
What if I don't?
We're here for you.
What if I don't think I need to stop?
I don't think you would think you'd have a problem.
I feel like I'm in a mood right now. What if I don't feel like I need to stop?
What if you're
stop? I don't want to stop.
What?
I'll never stop.
If your road rage could transfer into something else that's not driving in your real life, like what do you think it would go to first?
Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah.
What would it go to?
Yeah.
Why are you? Yeah, this isn't even.
This is a good question.
It doesn't. Oh yeah, it doesn't have any negative connotation. I don't know what it would go to. Because that's like the ruliest thing I can rule.
Because like, yeah, what if your road rage is so bad? It's like senioritis. Senioritis transfers to... We would make that joke that our senioritis is going to transfer into our real life after, and then like we get a job and we're going to be super lazy and just sit around. Like, what if your road rage did that, and now you're in your everyday life?
That would be bad.
Yeah, that would be really bad.
I see what you're getting at.
Yep.
I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
But driving is my everyday life. I drive every day.
Right, but I was asking, like, besides
in a different
driving.
Sphere
yeah.
Of my life.
Like, you go to Walmart or something and they don't have the certain food that you want.
And that's precisely my point. Then it would be a problem.
You start chucking food at people.
Well, all it would be was I would see they don't have the food and I go, well, I don't really like that.
That's not rage.
That's what happens now.
We're talking the rage that you have in the car when someone does not use.
When someone almost wrecks into my car, I get enraged. Sorry, I did just amp up, didn't I?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not happy about it. You almost run into the freaking car that I'm driving. I don't want to have to pay for that, and I'm sure you can't pay for it because you can't pay for a Nighthawk, dude. They don't know that car, dude, better than a Lambo, better than a Tesla.
But back to my question.
It's an 03.
The anger that you just felt by that one question.
Yes.
That same anger.
Yes.
But in your everyday, besides driving.
But it's not.
What would it translate to? We're just talking hypotheticals.
I don't know what it would go to.
You're not talking like
I don't
work
have a lot
or
of hobbies.
Like what if like you were
I don't think it would go to work.
What if you were like on a file or something and like let's just say like one of your sisters like hits a button and it deletes what you were working on. Do you immediately just like park behind them and wait for them to move?
No. I have iCloud, dude.
iCloud?
Yeah, I'll save it.
I would say if I had your road
I
rage.
don't know if it works like that.
If if I had your road rage, and it translated for me, it'd probably just be like where I being around a bunch of people and then them ask dumb questions. Then I'd get a Y on my forehead, and I'd be like, "Use your blinker!"
The funny story is that when I was a kid, my mom, bad driver.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My biological mother.
Your biological.
That's what I always call her. People always go, "Your stepmom is like that?" And I go, "No, my real mom.
My biological
Totally
one.
different." But it sounds like I'm adopted, but I'm not.
Right.
Anyways, she was a bad driver.
Yeah.
Now she's like a pretty dang good driver. I mean, she does get distracted. She does do her makeup. She eats while she drives. Whatever.
Okay.
I don't think that's a good idea. Some vegan crap. I don't know.
That's exactly what vegan is.
I'm against veganism, if you didn't know that. Hard pass.
Any food vegan is produced through the stomach, right? And it's crap.
I'm just saying that vegans try to copy real food and they name it after our food.
Why do they call it food?
Are they really that concerned with the animal's safety? Oh, vegan burger.
Don't call it a burger.
Vegan barbecue.
Don't call it barbecue.
Vegan mac and cheese.
Don't call it mac and cheese.
Cheese comes from dairy.
Yeah.
And that's from a cow.
Hey, how come...
All you vegans out there are a bunch of fakes. You're a bunch of fakes. I'm calling you out right now. I know what you're playing at.
Okay.
You can't brainwash me.
Because you grew up with a vegan sister.
And a mom.
And a mother.
My sister was a lot more serious and dedicated than my mom was. My mom would have chocolate every now and then.
The moment...
She was really laid back.
The moment that I realized how funny you were, you and I...
I love the story.
You and I were playing a video game.
Your story gets...
during the summertime, back in our days when we used to hang out like once a year.
Dude, way back when.
And your sister comes in and is like, I'm gonna go for a run. I don't have any shorts. Gage, can I use your shorts?
I'm not using my shorts.
You, without hesitation or even making eye contact with your sister, eyes on the game, you instantly, ew, no, you're gonna get your green vegan sweat all over my shorts.
So proud of that moment.
But, okay, so vegans won't eat, like, milk because it comes from cows.
Yeah, they won't eat milk.
But it does not...
They won't eat it.
It does not hurt nor affect the cow whatsoever to just produce milk.
Helps.
Yeah.
It's like when PETA said that you shouldn't shear sheep. Are you kidding me right now? They will overheat and die of heat exhaustion.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You have to shear sheep. And PETA's like, "Oh no, it's not your freaking wool. Don't shear it off." PETA, get out of my face, dude. Seriously, you're a joke. You don't even research stuff before you say, "Oh, do that." It's like saying, "Oh, don't give shots to animals because that will hurt them if you stick that needle in them when they're gonna die without it."
Yeah.
Don't do that.
It hurts us when we get shots and
here.
stuff.
Well, that's the thing is they're going anti-vax people. They're
what?
like, you ever heard of that?
No.
They call them anti-vax moms, but they're people. It's just everyone, I think. People, they don't think vaccinations are real. They think that you can get that sort of stuff outside. Like, they're against doctors.
For sure, yeah.
They're against doctors. They're against, like, U.S. government medical advice, pretty much.
Okay.
So they're like, we'll get it from natural stuff, oils, all this crap, essential oils, all that bull honky.
Right. So they're the kind of like if your kid comes in and is like, "Oh, I scraped my knee," they're like, "Rub some dirt in there, dude. That'll heal it up real quick."
Let it bleed. It'll freaking heal itself.
It'll clean it out.
It'll clean it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a scam. That's a scam, dude.
Dude, I mean, okay, I agree that there are some vegan foods that are really healthy for the human body. But if you are only vegan all the time and you're not getting, like, real protein from meat and, like, all that good stuff, like, and we're not saying, like, go to Whataburger and, like, eat all their greasy stuff all the time.
Yeah, I would feel sick.
Yeah, but like if you only eat vegan food, because you notice like all the people that eat vegan food, you can see their cheekbones and stuff, and they have rings around their eyes.
Eating vegan food and being vegan.
Yeah.
Because
That's
Oreos
what I meant.
are vegan. I eat Oreos.
That's what I meant. Like, yeah, if you're living the vegan lifestyle, like you can play, you can play tunes on the rib cage. They don't sleep well, like, and they can't talk to you. Like they can't be very vocal because it hurts them.
So true.
So they're like,
please. I know, my sister and my mom do that. I know. True story. That's what happens. Yeah, not a fan of that whole thing. And listen.
If you went vegan, you'd die.
I would just, my body would shut down.
Yeah.
It needs it to keep running.
Yeah.
It's like,
your flesh is barely hanging on as
that's
it is.
like taking a gasoline-based car and trying to make it electric. You can't do that.
You're right.
You can't do that.
For sure.
But seriously, I'm not a fan of animals getting hurt either.
Yeah, I don't want to see it, though.
I don't want to see it. And it's not because I don't hear, whatever. It's not real. Not even that.
It's like the video we watched of that amazing video of these protesters going on private property. I think it was private property.
Yeah, it was.
It was
a slaughterhouse.
It was a slaughterhouse for what was it, geese?
Geese or ducks.
Yeah, it was geese or ducks or something. And you saw the geese hanging upside down where they were about to get their heads chopped off, and it's like, that's really sad and it sucks and I would hate that. But like, yeah, so these protesters like went to this private property not knowing anything about like the equipment they use or anything like that, like hooked themselves up to the equipment, and then one of their guys almost died because they didn't know how it works, but they were trying to prove a point. But the point, anyway, we were trying to, like, yeah, it's a disgusting process of, like,
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. I'm glad they do it.
I wouldn't eat geese or duck if I had that job.
Yeah.
But, listen here, folks. Animals kill and eat each other.
That's right.
So, we're just
some people
granting mercy. We're granting mercy.
Yeah, we're not
gonna bite me in the face. We're not just
biting,
eating them alive by the stomach. No.
Cutting the heads off clean.
Yeah, we're feeding them.
We're fattening them up for the slaughter.
Anyways, a lot of that was jokes. But seriously, animals eat each other. Can we just get that in the open? It's, as Lion King says,
statement.
Circle of life.
It is a circle of life.
And people always, like, vegans just, like, toss that aside like it's nothing. I'm like, no. That's a real thing.
Plants are alive, too, and they eat plants.
And while I'm here, I'd like to address the Shamoo in the room. Because this is a topic I'm passionate about.
We got a Shamoo?
Shamoo. I don't know if the Shamoo is still rocking SeaWorld or not. But what I do know is that I watched a documentary about the ocean.
Okay. Oh.
And in this documentary, I've told this to Josh before, I saw a nice family of whales. Blue whales. Big, giant blue whales. The mom and her daughter, I think. Daughter or son. Doesn't matter. It was a,
it was a whale.
It was a
baby whale.
A baby blue whale. Still quite large. Anyways, size does not matter in this scenario. So the blue whale is just born. And it's just the mom and the baby whale traveling across the sea. They're migrating somewhere. All of a sudden, 2 orca whale gangsters pull up on the left and the right side of this mom and her child. And they can't defeat the blue whale, like the big one. I don't know why. The documentary person explained it, but it was so long I can't remember. All I remember is watching these orca whales, Shamoo, thank you, murder this baby whale. Murder. Senselessly kill. Like, bite its, like, they would come back and bite it, and the blue whales can't defend themselves. They're blue whales. They're giant. They don't have any defense other than they're giant. So these orca whales are just senselessly picking off this baby whale while they're just, like, trying to run away. It's horrible. It is a horrible thing to watch. That made me hate orca whales. So I say, keep Shamoo in SeaWorld. I'm not up for the abuse or whatever, but I'm not for blue whales being killed while they're babies, thank you. And I think that is just okay. All right? And that's, I stick by it. Thank you. You can't convince me otherwise, because that baby blue whale got killed and sunk to the bottom of the sea. And the mom whale just let out a... That's all I could do. That's all she could do.
You know.
And it just sunk to the bottom and got eaten alive by the orca whales. End Shamoo. End him.
So what is the name of the whales that's in the aquarium or whatever?
Orca whale.
Orca whale.
That's Shamoo.
Okay. So if you wanted to free the orca whales, if you wanted them into the ocean, I would argue that we...
Please argue.
Incarcerate these gangster whales.
Yes. For their crimes.
We need a holding facility of some type.
SeaWorld. SeaWorld.
Yeah.
That's the jail.
So just take all the gangster whales and put them in this confined area. Maybe
away from all the baby blue whales.
Maybe that they get like some sort of like yard time, but back to their cells for a little bit while the blue whales, the orca whales, are free on the outside living life.
Yes.
We need that in society.
We do. Okay, that's justice.
Yeah.
Okay? You can't kill a baby whale and get away with it on my watch.
That's right.
Not on my earth.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm not with that, dude. Like, and I don't think that's wrong at all.
I think they should quit
that's
that.
right.
I think it should stop. Yeah.
Knock it off. Orca whales killing baby blue whales. Knock it off.
Yeah, you've been really wanting to say that. That's been on your chest a while.
I've wanted that out in the public domain for an average of 25 listeners an episode.
Yeah,
that was for you guys.
It's been heavy on your
mind.
mind.
I know some of you guys will probably completely disagree with half the stuff I said on this podcast, but you better agree with the orca whale thing, because that is the one animal that I'm passionate about not being free. As funny as that sounds. Blue whales deserve life. Orca whales take lives.
Yeah.
Quit orca whales.
And also...
Quit orca whales.
You know what? You know what that whale could have done?
What?
Double fist punch.
Dude. Yes. They don't have fists, though. That's the only issue.
Double fin punch?
Double fin punch.
Double fin punch. All right. Thank you for the 4th episode.
Yeah.
Gage and Josh. You're welcome, listeners and viewers. Also, we're on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music.
Google
Spotify.
No, you said... You got flustered there,
yeah,
buddy.
I did. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
fine. I'm still kind of upset about what happened at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right. Well. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. So yeah, we'll be back on Monday.
Leave that for next week.
Yeah, we're going for next Monday.
That's right. We won't be sick next week. So
that's the plan.
Thank you for checking it out. Thank you for listening and watching. And see you guys or whatever next week.
See you guys or whatever.
Yep.
See you guys or whatever else watches this next week. Okay.
So pretty and centered.
Ready?
Always. I was born ready.
All right. Got some phlegm in my throat. My gosh.
I think I got it. Got it. Cleared.
Sometimes just need a blood curdling scream. Is it?
Are you alright in there?
Hey man, do you need some help? Are you?
No one just opens the doors.
What the frick are you doing? You're alone. What is this? I thought you were filming a podcast.
Yeah, we need backup.